So this video is part of lesson number 6 involving push buttons. So the first code that I'm going to load and perform here is the basic experiment as shown in the lesson, where only if one push button is pressed the LED is lit. Otherwise, if both the push buttons are pressed, then the LED is not lit. So loading the code for it now. Now if you see, I push one of the buttons. Oh, sorry, wrong code here. Loading the code now. So if I push any of the single buttons, the LED is lit. If I push both the buttons, the LED is not lit. If I release pressure from any of the push buttons, the LED is lit again. So this was the basic experiment. Now the second experiment was to create a passcode for the LED. Now the passcode that I've created is that I have to push the button 4 times, then wait for 2 seconds, and then press it 3 more times to light up the LED. If I don't wait for the 2 seconds gap between the first 4 presses and the next 3 presses, the LED is not lit, or any other combination doesn't light the LED. So firstly I'll do to light the LED and then try to perform the wrong experiment. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then I have to wait for 2 seconds. Now I press it 3 more times, 1, 2, 3. So that lights up the LED. Now I'll reset the board and try to perform the same experiment by pressing it 7 times continuously and see if the LED is lit up or not. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the LED is not lit in this case. So only a combination of 4 presses, waiting for 2 seconds and then pressing it 3 more times lights up the LED, and in other cases it does not. So now loading the code for lighting up the LED. Only if both the push buttons are pressed together, only in that case the LED is lit, otherwise it's not. So if you see, I push one button, the LED is not lit. I push the second one, the LED is not lit. But if I push both of them at the same time, the LED is lit. If I let go of any of the single buttons, the LED is unlit. Now for the last in this series of experiments, where I have to push the first button 3 times and the second button 5 times, only then the LED is lit, otherwise it's not. So I'll first try to perform the correct experiment. So 1, 2, 3, and then this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, something went wrong here. Loaded the wrong code here. So now performing the experiment. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will light the LED. Now if I press it one more time, the LED is gone. So again I will try to do a wrong combination this time. Try to push the first button 4 times and the second button 5 times. See if that helps, if that lights up the LED as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does not light up the LED. Again performing the right experiment one last time. 1, 2, 3, and then 5 times this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that lights up the LED. So that is the experiment for push button. Thank you.